Hey guys, we've got a lot to cover. We got hit by a curveball. Alhaitham got hit by a pretty sizable nerf, and it kind of caught us off guard. So we'll go straight into it. But before we do so, I do want to point out that this is spoilers, and that those that don't want to see anything about him until he's released, just don't watch this. But if you don't mind, if you don't care, we'll go ahead and cut straight to it. So Alhaitham had some pretty good numbers going into the beta, and some people have already done the math behind it. He was looking to be pretty good, and this was actually exciting because we've had multiple, I would like to say, male DPSs that haven't been able to keep up with their counterparts. So looking at his autos, you can see that these numbers are looking pretty good. Specifically, these charge attack numbers are looking pretty good at talent 10. But that is until the nerf. So this is the post nerf right here. You'll notice the charge attack change from going from that 140.8 to now the 112.6. Don't know how critical this is. If he plays anything like Kachin, that's quite a bit. Gonna come down to your playstyle and how you end up playing him, but that's a pretty sizable nerf right there. Let's go ahead and move on to the skill and see what they've done there. So with his skill, he does have some scaling with elemental mastery, so if you are pre-farming for him, keep an eye on that EM. But as we can see, he's got some pretty high thresholds with this EM listed right here, as well as each of these mirror projection attack damage listed here as well. But if we switch to what it looks like post, you'll notice some differences. Primarily, your eyes are probably going to be drawn to this 282, which was originally 705, but switched and got scaled quite a bit down. As well as the first mirror actually got slightly nerfed. Slightly though, just ever so slightly. You can see two numbers getting lowered there. We also do have a actually kind of slight buff, it looks like, on the second mirror, but I don't think that makes up for the amount of DPS that would be lost on those first two. I still think he's going to be pretty strong just because Dendro is inherently has a really high starter mark and is pretty strong as is. And so maybe that's why they ended up nerfing, but we'll talk about that in a sec. And we'll go down to his burst. So this was his burst before. He had 218, attack plus the 437.8% of your elemental mastery. And I don't believe they changed anything with this. It was just had to do with the scaling. So we'll go ahead and see what it looks like after, which is they scaled it significantly down to a 175. I don't quite know why they're doing this. But maybe it's balancing. I don't know if the guy that gets his hands on some of the weaker units just wanted to have fun. I've noticed that a lot of people have been kind of hurting from this. People have been like, ouch, that EM change, that's huge. Bro, that EM nerf is going to on burst is going to hurt big time. Do you guys think that this is as bad as people are making out? I have seen some people, some theory crafters, say that it's actually not as bad as you would make it out to believe, and that he'll still be a very strong unit. I think what people are really upset about is the fact that we were maybe finally going to get a hard, very strong male DPS. But looks like he's going to be an average one. But I don't know. We'll have to see. I still think he'll be pretty good. I know a lot of people are probably skipping him because they've heard that he's just a Dendro Kachin, which could also be the case, and that's a very valid reason to skip if it doesn't bring any new gameplay. Holy, what the F are these smoking? I think I've never seen this kind of nerf on multipliers. Somebody mentioned they did some nerfs on Kokomi back. There was a bug. And, basically a lot of people are just kind of upset. Not that we necessarily need super strong units, but we're just hoping for something fun. Anyways, let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Are you guys annoyed by these, these nerfs? I mean, honestly, this is maybe why it's better if they didn't tell us what happened in beta, and that maybe this information isn't good for us. But then again, I don't know if they're aiming to have any feedback or if that even matters. But, and I don't think they've ever rolled back anything from the changes that they've made in beta, in the past. So yeah, it looks like there's probably not not a very high chance of these being rolled back, but we'll see. Maybe no. Maybe there's somebody on their dev team that's, you know, trying some things out. Maybe there's some guys that like husbandos, but I have a feeling that there may be a lot of Coomers that, you know, they like their OP waifus. But let me know your thoughts, guys. Are you going to pull for him or are you not? If you're deciding on whether to pull on him based off of how strong he's going to be and whether you want to maybe pull for Raiden instead, I highly recommend you check out my video where I talk about Raiden and the pros and cons and how good she is in the current meta. But yeah, go ahead and check that out. Hopefully this helps make your decision. And for those who are saving for him, I hope you guys save up, get some good pieces. I still think he'll be pretty good, but yeah, it's kind of a bummer. Anyways, that's all I gotta say. Peace out, guys.